How's it going, guys? Thanks for the gift, I appreciate that. Live on YouTube and TikTok. Oh dear. Bit of a warm up to start. Not Snow Patrol second. No chance. Wow. Just having a little warm up, guys. Give me 2 seconds. First time I played today, so. Just getting into gear. All there. Okay. How's it going, Leah? Good to see all of you already. 500 of you watching on TikTok, 50 or so of you watching on YouTube. Good to see. Be sure to hit that follow button if you haven't already, or that sub button on YouTube. Come on. Is that volume too loud or too quiet? I feel like it's too loud. Alright. Let's try and get a clearance straight off the bat, even though I haven't had a practice frame today. See if we can do it first frame. No. Alright, regardless of whether I got a ball or not, what colour would you guys go for here, reds or yellows? Write it in the chat. only really one option you can go for here. Main reason being the first shot on yellows is quite tough, in that you're playing this yellow maybe back to here, but you're flying around where this red is. You could knock yourself in off, you could leave yourself nothing. So reds are a lot more controlled, they're a bit more dot to dot. There's the finish on reds here, in my opinion, is one that a lot of people would see differently. I've seen it in a way that maybe some people would see and others would see it in a different way. I think most players here would obviously concentrate on getting rid of these two early and finishing up with the black. But the problem with that is that if you leave these two late, this red doesn't go past that red into there, and obviously landing on that red could potentially become an issue. This is the main reason why I'm actually not going to start with this ball or that ball to the middle, which I think are most people's starting balls, is because, say if you finish this one here, play onto this one, finish these two and come up, getting on that red, because it doesn't go in that corner, is quite tough. Whereas if you play this ball first, and you clear this pocket early, and you get back to here, and then you play this, and then you work up this end of the table, say you land here, you could go this one, then you go this one, and then say this one, finish with this one. You've then got this shot into an open pocket, and you've left yourself in an easy position from that red for the black. So that's the reason why that is my last ball. It's all about the first shot though. Judging the backspin on this is quite tough. Okay, so I'm going to try and land on ideally multiple balls here. If I'm short, I'm landing on this. If I go too far, I'm on this. If I'm in the middle, then I'm on this. So it's one of these three balls in an area this big. Okay. So it's either one of these two. I think I like getting rid of this one. I don't like leaving this second last because it could go wrong and landing straight on from that one. I prefer leaving one of these two to get myself in position for this. Say I go from this ball second last up to here, I'm in a position on this one to stun over to here. If say I'm on this one and I end up screwing back to here, I play that last and I'm there. So these are my last two. I just don't, these are my, second to last and third last. I just don't know the order yet. Just scrap that. I think we're going to have to go middle and then this one, and then up here for this one, and then finish with this one. So now I've got a pretty big open space and not much can go wrong. If I'm straight, I'm on it to this pocket. Even if I'm over here, I can go into the yellow and I'm on it to that pocket. And if I'm there, I land on it to that pocket. So I can land anywhere here. The only thing I can't do is run past the middle pockets. Bottom right, come into the cushion, spin back to here, leave the black same pocket. All right, cool, one done. I realised there was a lot of talk in there, but hopefully the more you're getting used to these streams, the more you're used to me talking. What cue do I use? Jordans? Who's Jordans? Don't know what that is. You mean Jordan as in Jordan 8-Ball? What cue is that? The link to my cues is in my bio. Right, now the volume's too quiet on the music. Okay. And if you want to watch that clearance back, I'll be making it into a short, ready for either tomorrow or the next day most likely, so watch out for it. Okay, again, what colour are you going here, reds or yellows? Write it in the chat. Reds or yellows? I think a lot of beginners will see that and be like, oh, easy. So let's go yellows because these two yellows are easy. But the worst, you've got to look at what the worst thing on the table is, and that's this yellow. Saying that, you'd have to land straight on it because it's 3/4 of a pocket, but that yellow does go into that corner. It's not an ideal shot. Whereas with reds, if you land on this one, or play this one or this one first, say you play this one, and you land here, all you've got to do is play this one, and then either land there for this one, which gets you here for this one, which gets you there, which gets you there. The reds all have pockets, and the yellows somewhat have pockets. Even still, I don't like trying to land on this yellow because of these two reds. So I think I'm always going to go reds here, even if I can land perfect on this yellow. One tip, if you're ever at the table and you're not sure what to go for, if one set is harder, but all of the balls are out in the open, versus one set which is easier, but you have to move a ball, like you have to cannon a ball, or you have to hit something out of the way, I would 9 times out of 10 recommend going for the one where you've got pockets for all balls. The key then is just keep control of the cue ball and focus on your potting. Like, whereas you don't have to move anything, so there's nothing that you don't have to play any action shots as such. So we're going to go reds. We're going to go this one out here, play that one next into the corner, hopefully. So, some of you thinking, why is he talking so much? I'm trying to make content here. Like, these videos aren't just for live streams. Some of you will have seen me do clearances on my page recently. So I'm trying to make this so that I can clip this video and turn it into, clip this live and turn it into a video. So yeah, someone, too many words, blah, 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 whatever. The whole point is that I want at least 5 videos where I'm talking throughout about what I'm doing so I can clip it and turn it into content. But I'll answer your questions in between. Do you know Ian? I don't know if I do. I've only played on the IPA once. Just wondering, what does it show when you are setting up to hit yellow, if you get me? What does it show? What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean by that. What does it show? Nice one, Nathan. Well, this one's a little bit of a mess just because of your first shot, but if I can make a good shot on that red, then there's a chance with reds. You could potentially play it into the middle, but it's very difficult to get any spin on that, and you're going to end up somewhere like this, which your next shot, if you don't land on that, is nothing. Whereas the cut back into the corner, I should, with that shot, be running into that. It's not ideal, but I can use it to control the cue ball as such. If it goes and ties up these yellows and it means it's not potable, then that's a sacrifice. If I hit that though, I should be leading either this, this, or this. Difficult shot though, a very difficult shot. Not the thing you want to be going for first. In fact, I don't even know if I hit this red. I might be able to miss it. Ideal if I am. Yeah, I missed it because I was hitting it so freaking thin. That was a tough first shot. I'll forgive myself for that, whereas I should have had the first red on the last clearance. Usually you break from the side. I'll switch up my break. I typically have two types of break. One which is front on, where I'm hitting slightly below centre, and one where I'm side on, hitting slightly below centre. Looks like you're about to hit the coloured ball. I still don't know what you mean by it. Can you copy and paste in a sec when I'm filling? The person who's asked me just now, looks like when you hit the coloured ball with, or something like that, that was your comment. I missed it and it's gone. You're on TikTok. I can't see your name. Do me a favour, copy and paste that comment when I'm racking up the balls so I can see it and I'm not playing. And I'll have a read and I'll try and answer your question. Same with everyone else's questions. Save your comments for when I'm not playing, hitting any shots. Really? All right. What are you doing here, reds or yellows? Write it in the chat. This one's a bit of a mess. Okay, again, look at the problem balls. Don't look at the easy balls. Oh, when I cue offline, yeah, don't do that. That would be my biggest bit of advice. Don't play the way that I play, basically. Yeah, don't copy my cue action, if that's what you're talking about. I can talk about it more in a sec. All right, so this looks like it should be reds because this yellow is the worst ball on the table and all of the reds have pockets. However, if you play this yellow first to there, you could play this yellow into the edge of that red, pop the yellow, the red will come over to here and it frees up a pocket for that yellow. I don't love that yellow still because it's on a cushion, whereas all the reds are away from cushions. But is that going to be easier than trying to get from mainly this red onto one of these three reds? Because you've got to play this red first or second. You can't leave it any longer. All those five reds are fine. This red is a small issue in that, no, actually it goes in that middle. It just doesn't go in the corner, which is annoying. All right, so I know my first red. That's this one. If I play that and I get to there and I'm dead straight on that red, I pop that and I'm on this, I should be out. If I pop this, I'll then be, where am I going to go? Let's see, do those reds pass each other? Not really. But I would probably from there go something like this red over to here, try and screw through this gap, that red to there, that red, screw back, leave an angle on this red, and I'll have the option of either dropping that red in and landing here, or playing that with bottom right and landing there for the black in the middle. But to be honest, the first shot, like the last few frames, is tricky enough. Just want to make sure I'm as straight as I can be on this red. It's not ideal. It's not ideal. I need it to be an inch, 2 inches or so. There, I've gone a little bit too far with this. And the angle I've got on this red now is pretty bad. The best place I can be is here, and where's that leaving me? Not really anywhere. I don't really want to be playing this too hard. That's the problem. I think what I've got to try and do, I'll actually use this red as a bump, but like try and bump into it. If I can bump into it and be dead straight on it with a shot that looks something like that, then that's fine. But worst case, I'll have a shot on that one to the corner. I can't hit this too hard, and I kind of have to, so it's very missable. Okay, so I'm on the one that I thought I would be if I wasn't straight on that one. That one doesn't go into the corner. So I'm going to try and use the yellow here just to gain control again. If I hit full ball on the yellow, I'm perfect. I'm there for this one. And that gets me here, and I've got choices. I can get to there, play this one, and then finish with this one, and then the black. But either way, these are my last 3 reds. I want to hit this yellow full ball. Wow. Saying that, I wanted to hit full ball, and it's not the angle that I thought it would be. So I've got to play a bit of a delicate shot here to try and get back control, because the speed on which I'm playing this shot, to pot it, I'm running into these reds naturally. If I play with backspin, I'm following down this line, which is no good. I mean, I could try and take them up there, but I don't really need to. I think I just play one controlled shot and I'm good. If I pot that and I hit that red there, that should hit that red to around about there. The cue ball should go there, and I should have a shot on this one to the middle. So I'm aiming to cannon that red. Okay. So we're still not completely out of the woods yet. Could try and pot that, land here dead straight, but unnecessary. If I overrun that and I'm here, it's bad in terms of getting on this one. So I think this one getting up to here is probably the best shot. Play this and then have the original finish I talked about, which is this one, bottom right hand side sends me over there for the black. The key here is to not run too far and get past again this middle pocket. Really want to be hampered by the yellow, but I think I've kind of got to be. No, maybe not. I think I'm going to be leaving my cue ball around about there, which is a slightly harder pot than I would have liked on this red, but again, bottom right, land there for the black. Oh, I could play that now there. Didn't even see that. This is why you shouldn't have tunnel vision when you play this game. Immediately I'm looking at this, I haven't even looked at this red, and the easiest shot is to pop that red, try and stun to here, or screw into that position, play that and just land there. Always look at every option. Talking to mess up position. Yep. Right, let's get the scoreboard out. Okay, so I've got 2 videos so far. I'll stop talking, overly talking, once I've got 5 videos basically. Okay, I appreciate the comments, even if you are a complete bell end, and you know it deep down, because it all contributes to my engagement, which means I get more followers, which means I get more money. So you're effectively paying my wage by putting in your knobhead comments, just so you know. I play with an 8.5, it's so different. Yeah, this is an 11.8 break cue, and that's an 8.5 playing cue. Okay, again, write in the chat, what would you go for here, reds or yellows? Oh, don't worry, it's TikTok and YouTube. Both got bell ends out in force today. I don't know why, but yeah, anyway, we move on. Okay, so there's a reason why, a pretty obvious reason why you wouldn't go reds here. That doesn't go past that, so you can't go reds. You have to go yellows. The thing is with yellows, these aren't that might go. I think it does, but I'd have to be behind it at the time to see. There's no clear way of getting yellows here. There is a way, but it's not going to be easy, put it that way. Okay, so I want to attack the problem early. I think a lot of people will play this one and maybe try and land here for this one, but there's no real value in that because you've got to develop these. You know your last two are going to be this one, and then the black, so don't worry about these two. This is a good connecting ball to those two, and it's an easy ball. Whereas if you play this one first and try and leave the cue ball where the yellow is, you've got this one second, bottom right, or sorry, left-hand side, hit the cushion and come back up to here. You're at least able to attack one of your problem balls. Then hopefully you can land on your second problem ball. And then from there, hopefully you can kind of finish with this yellow, that yellow, that yellow, or something like that. So the key with this is the first shot. It's a very small window, that's the only problem. Very easy to not leave that yellow. Like I've just done. It's very easy to not leave that yellow. I'll say it again. That's poor. I mean, it was a tight gap, but maybe tighter than I thought. So now I've got to reroute. Have to. So now this becomes my last yellow, all because I'm not even a quarter of an inch out of position here. Like the cue ball, if it was a quarter of an inch that way, I'd be fine. But that red just blocks the angle to play into the cushion with left-hand side. I can pot it playing ball, but I can't put any left on it, which is pointless. So, try and move them. No. So I'm going to play that, try and get to here. If I can play that, that ball is what gets me into this position for that. So, not ideal, but we'll try again in a sec. So this is quite a... Well, it has to go right, otherwise I'm not going to get the finish. I have to land there. Oh, don't hit the jaw. That would have been perfect if that doesn't hit the jaw. Jeez. If that had gone in, would I have been able to cut this left, bottom left? No. So it's pointless anyway. Yeah, it was quite a delicate finish and I just took it for granted maybe. Decelerating a fair bit. I mean, some shots. Not, I wouldn't say it's the thing that I'm doing wrong though. Okay. All right, well, it was a decent break, but yeah, what colour are you going here, reds or yellows? Both yellows went. No, they didn't. They definitely didn't go anywhere. The top one was the only one that went, and it went into this middle. Otherwise, I would have landed on it to go. All right, so we're going reds because they're all out in the open. They basically hold the entire middle of the table. The problem with reds is this one, but it's a fairly straightforward back double or double into there. The main issue with reds is the black. The black doesn't go in this corner, so that tells me that this is my last ball. So if I work backwards from there, you would probably have the double as your second to last shot, which means this is your third last shot because you want the cue ball where that red is. If you leave the cue ball from that red, so say you're here for this red, right? Then you're here for this red. Then you're here for this red, you'll be there for the black. So I know my last three reds. So I've got to work backwards from there. The one that connects to there nicely is this one. And the one that connects nicely to there, you kind of got to go for the first ball now and kind of merge it all into one. So I've worked from the back, now I've got to work from the front. So I'm going this one to there, this one to depending on the angle, I'll probably play this one third and land there for this one, which gets me on that 3-ball finish. Or I play that one, and again, depending on the angle I have on this, I might play that one third, land here for this one. This would be ideal, that one fourth, and then the finish is again this one. Double that one, land there for that one, black goes in the middle. Just all about the first shot. Not going behind the yellow. So what does that tell me? I think that tells me that option 2 is the one that I'm going to be taking here. Is it? Maybe I can go with option 1. Yeah, I'm going to go for the original one that I said. So, that one I'll admit I did decel on that. To be fair, I told myself don't decel as I was playing it. So this is not a good position to be in now. It looks great, but it's not. That's the first time I've decelled. Someone who said you're decelling on everything. That's the only time I've decelled tonight. It was on that ball. That's really bad. But we can recover it. We go for this one to there, this one. Well, this one gets me there, this one, and that's what gets me in position for this one. Just where I'm on the cushion now, I've got to play this with topspin, move that yellow and land basically there for the black in this middle. Oh my God. Terrible. Oh, went wrong. That was too easy, that finish. Too easy. How do you rate the Rasson compared to the Supreme? I prefer the Rasson. I think it's easier to play on personally. It's nicer to play on, but that doesn't mean the Supreme's bad. The Supreme bad. The Supreme is a close second. Nice. Right, again, what colour? Reds or yellows? Neither are easy. I think this is one where I'm going to do not too much talking because the likelihood of me even getting a finish is quite low. I mean, if you're there, you're going reds, but where I am, I can't go reds, really. I've got that to the middle, but that's very missable. With yellows, though, this yellow's awful. Could try and land on it for middle. Yeah, I'm going to try and play the 1-2, get rid of my 2 bad balls. This one to there, that one. That leaves me there for this one, and then there's a chance I'm out. Whether I am, who knows? I don't love playing that, but I might. Depends what I'm leaving. Let's pop this one and see what I'm leaving myself. See, I think this is the right shot, but it's half pocket. That yellow blocks most of the pocket. If I make it, should be game over. And I'm going to be trying to. Well, the cue ball's naturally running towards the black. I should be able to hold in this area for this one to here. Actually, no, I'm not running towards black. I'm running towards this yellow. Might be worth trying to go into it and just leave it dead straight in the corner. We'll see. I know I'm going to be leaving this yellow if I pop this yellow. Okay, that's wider than I thought. Interesting. All right, so this one comes out to there. This one gets me to there for that one, which gets me there for this one, which gets me there for the black. Bit long-winded, but we got there in the end. Size of the balls, 2 inches in diameter for these balls. That ball is 1 inch 7/8. I'm pretty sure it's the only. Is it the only cue sport where the cue ball is smaller than your clip balls? I think it is, but don't quote me on that. No matter the split, go for yellows again. Not only will I go for yellows again, but I will clear up yellows and the black in less than a minute. Fucking dick. I knew I was under pressure there. I was like, that's probably closing in about 45 seconds. Why didn't you just roll that in? What an idiot. I'd have made a good video as well. Sorry. It was on as well. Hopeless. Okay, Tommy. Is it, or is being at home on your computer typing in hopeless onto your phone? Not on your computer, on your phone. What is more hopeless? That's my question. Same again here, but reds. Right, I'll do it as if it's the video again. Right, get a break and clear reds regardless. Not only will I get reds, but I will clear up reds within 1 minute. Maybe not. I was trying to swerve to play that. Alright, we'll do that again, but you've got to, yeah, you've got to bear with me because I'm going to be doing the intro again as if I've never said it before, because it's for a video. So, yeah, it was an unfortunate break, but that happens, unfortunately. Play competitively sometimes, not really, or just for fun. Go yellows regardless of what goes down. Alright, not only will I do that, but I will clear them up in less than a minute. What'd you do here? do anything. You panic. You panic because nothing's on. Ah, pressure, pressure. The thing is, right, it should take me 30 seconds to get one colour, so maybe I need to slow down. It should take me 30 seconds to get one colour, so I'm gonna slow right down. In fact, if someone could do me a favour, just write on the chat. Oh no, it won't work. It won't work because you'll get bell ends like Tommy writing stuff. Why are you going so fast? What game is this? Who knows, mate? Who knows? All right. What's that? Pot. Clear up yellows regardless of what goes down. Not only will I do that, but I'll do it within a minute. Let's go. Oh, that's horrendous. How do you land there? No foul. Oh, I'll take that. Legend. There was no foul there, right? That will make a good video. I know it. Amy, how are we doing? Good to see you. Whew. Dob, how are we doing, mate? No, I won't be doing that again. That's the video done. So that's about 3 videos I've got for content now, which is nice. And that was within a minute, right? I'm pretty sure that was within a minute. Did anyone time it? I mean, normally it takes, like I said, 30 to 40 seconds if I'm rushing to get one colour. The thing is, it wasn't a legal clearance. So not a lot of you know, but that shot that I had there, I don't know if you do know, you might, but if you don't, where I played it like this, so it's pretty much dead straight, watch. That's a foul. It's a push shot. If you watch the cue ball, don't watch the object ball. It's impossible to not play a push shot here, right? That one wasn't a great example because it didn't have any spin on it. But even with like loads of backspin, I would say it's almost, that wasn't, because the cue ball didn't travel forwards, but they were almost touching ball. So this is like a bigger gap. That wasn't, but again, the gap's too big. Try and get the gap where it was. All right, that is impossible to not play a push shot on that. But you watch, when I post that video, if you were on this live stream, watch out for when I post that video. And watch how many people say, oh my God, that was a push shot, oh my God, in the comments. Tommy will probably be the first person to write on it. All right, anyway, I'm going to slow down now and go back to regular pool. I mean, you need to get him to keep commenting for somehow, mate. Otherwise, you don't get any engagement from him. It's pointless. If he comments, then it's good for my channel. So if you make him feel like he's important, then he engages more and he writes more. Appreciate the gift, Amy. Right, what would you do here, reds or yellows? This one's a bit of a mess. I don't even have a ball to go for. Well, I do, but you don't want to go reds, but you kind of got to go reds because you don't have a yellow. The only option you've got on yellows is to try and plant that into that, which is just horrendous. So you're going reds. Oh, I didn't even see. This red goes to that corner, so it's not as bad as it first looked. But these two are still horrendous. Relying on a little bit of luck with this shot. Wow, how'd you miss that roll wide? Interesting. All right. Anyway. What size is the table? It's 7 foot by 4 foot. It's a full-size English 8-ball table. If you ever visit the UK, then you will 100% see these in pubs in the UK. He's back. Here he is. He's been watching for 20 minutes, but you watch almost every day, so it's all about the engagement, mate. Thanks for paying me with your comments. Okay. Wait. You just saw me clear up. What are you talking about? All right. Yeah, what are you doing here, reds or yellows? Again, both a mess. Both a mess. You've got to go reds, but they're not great. You probably get rid of these too early, and then try and get out from there. Alright, so the finish, if you pop that ball, you're out. You pop this one to there, that ball to the middle, and then it's the difficult red. If you make that, then you're in a pretty much dot-to-dot finish of this one, that one, double, black. This one's tricky than I thought, actually. Okay, don't need to do anything with the cue ball, but this is the only one that could really go wrong. So just make sure of the pot. Now just looking at the angle for the double, which is anywhere in this area. When do you publish videos? It'll be over this next week, basically. So you'll see 1 or 2 of them over the next couple of days. This is one of my easiest ways of making content. Prick. That was an easy one as well. Should have had that. Shouldn't have answered the question midway through. Oh dear. Yeah, sounds good, Amy. I'll give you a message soon. Is that because you're not good enough, mate? You have to find someone else who's better than you? Sorry, we've just been done. All right, what are we doing here? Reds or yellows? Yeah, what are you going at here, reds or yellows? They're both alright. The reds just has... The tricky thing about reds is this red doesn't go past that red, and these 2 reds only go into that corner unless, like, you've got to land over this side of the table. You can't play either of them into this pocket just yet, unless you were to land here for the gap for this one, which you wouldn't do. So I don't love this yellow, but you can get on it from this yellow if you land good, and you can use that red from this yellow. So say you land here, you pop that yellow, you can pop that red in the same shot and leave yourself perfect for that. So I'm not too worried about that. The main thing is obviously getting this is a bit stranded, and where does the black go? The black has to go in the middle after I pop that red from this ball, so that's like a mandatory thing I have to do. Right. Next question is, where does that red yellow go? Sorry, 2 seconds guys, just trying to come up with the order. Alright, so if it works perfectly from this first shot and I'm dead straight on this yellow, it could change. But your ideal order would be this one to there, that one dead straight, screw back to here, play this one and pop the red, which clears up the pocket for the black, and then leaves me here. Play that one, which gets me there. This is the only thing that could go wrong. In fact, from this one, I'm probably going to have to go here for the middle. Play this one to the middle, to there for this one to the corner, which gets me up there for this one to the middle. So, yeah, that's the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing. It's all about this first shot though. If I'm not perfect on this yellow, that whole order is going to change. Just want to make sure I've got my spot. 1 second. God, it's literally landing on a dime. It's going to go wrong, but we'll figure it out. Tell you what, might be alright, you know, pretty much dead straight. Now I've just got to judge that. In fact, I don't mind, that is even better. That's not great. Now I could just pop that and land on that, but I need that pocket to be cleared for the black, so I'm going to have to try and pop that red. Bit of a stun shot into this one. Now getting down there for the middle is doable, but it's not ideal because I don't like playing these with pace down the rail with topspin. I tend to miss them, but that's where I've got to land. Oh, fuck off. How is that not dropped? It's the pace, you see? There as well, the finish was there. Anyway, what size Q-tip do you use? 8.5mm on my plain Q, 11.8mm on my break Q / American pool plain Q, which is the one that I break with an English pool. And the link to the Qs are in my bio. What's the best way to memorise the order of racking? Honestly, just doing it 100 times. And you're, like, the thing is, I'm sure there's people who played English pool way back when that used to be the way that you'd rack up. And the thing that's changed now is that you just switch these two balls. But because I grew up and learnt this way, I physically, like, if I put those balls like that, right? This is how I have to rack up, right? I go like this, like that, like this, like that, like that. I go to the exact way it used to be, and then I switch those two, because I don't know how to naturally go to this way. So I'm sure a lot of people probably do that as well, who used to play old rules. But yeah, the more you do it, the more you start to just see it's like a routine like anything else, really. Cool. All right, well, what are we doing here then? I think you've got to go yellows. They're not great, but they're not awful. that one pots naturally, you don't have to move it from this one. I think these are the first two. The key is to land on this one, which gets you here for this one, which gets you either this one will be second last or this one will be second last, and then that one will be last or that one will be last. So these are my last two balls, and that's my third last ball, which means this is my fourth last ball, which means that most likely I'm gonna go, this is my third last, second last, sorry. This is my third last, second last, and first ball. So working all the way forwards, first to their second, to their third, to their fourth, to their fifth. Land here, and again, I'll have a choice, but ideally this one first, but yeah, it might be this one. If I can hit that one and avoid that red, which I don't know is possible, but if I can do that, then I'll play this one last and then come up for the black. If I can't, then I'll play this one, come over to here. That last, again, is not ideal because I'll probably be traveling to the red, but then I'd hope to be able to finish on black from there. Still there, Tommy? Alright, so that one will definitely be clipped. Where did you get the apples from? What is an apple? Apart from the fruit that you get down the supermarket. I'm assuming you mean apples, these, and I'm going to guess you're from Australia, South Africa. I think that's what you guys call it. But yeah, these are Aramith Pro Cups. Thing you put in front of the white. I don't put it in front of it, I put it on top of it. It basically protects the cloth when you're breaking. Finally, he's got something positive to say. Not so difficult. Okay. Any advice for a beginner who doesn't have a table? I mean, can you get a table, even if it's 5 foot by 3 foot, £100 from Argos? I'll tell you what there is actually, and I don't know what brand it is or what, but it's basically a table. If I draw a rectangle, it's a table that's this big, and it just practices hitting a cue ball up and down the table, something like that. My friend had one, he took it to the UK Open. Where the hell he got it from? But it basically just helped him practice before getting on a table. Cool. Who's the biggest celebrity you've met? Oh, Efren Reyes, probably. Played him. He's alright. He's pretty good at the game, I guess. Where'd you get the protection for the cloth? It's in the link in my TikTok shop if you're on TikTok. All right, this is a bit of a terrible layout. With yellows, you go for this one, but then this yellow is awful, so you don't want to go yellows. With reds, you've got this one as a back cut. You've got this one as a cut to this middle. you're kind of going into this area, so hopefully you'll be able to leave yourself this. If you hit this yellow and move it for this red, then obviously you're on that to the middle, you might play that. So yeah, the red's of the ball, just got to make one good pot and you should be out. Okay. The finish now for reds is this one. Where's the black going? Black's probably going to go there, in that corner. So this one gets you up to here, play this one to there, play this one, either to here for that red or there likely for this position. From that red, you're going to get up to here to play the black in the corner. That changes things slightly. Does it? I think it needs to. It's a bit fortunate. Cool. I think that's about 5 or 6 clearances I've had. I've got to update the scoreboard. I'm getting into a habit of updating the scoreboard, otherwise it's on for no reason. Any suggestions for a cue? Yeah, the cue that I'm using, it's amazing. The link to it is in my bio. Do we try and go? Do we try and do the 45 ball finish? Although I know it's impossible on this table. Trying to get better, and I know I'm good. Any advice? Keep playing. If you know you're already good, keep playing. Keep practicing. Do you play much 9-ball? Only when I'm travelling, really. Wow, what a terrible layout. If I'm travelling and going to other countries, then I might play some 9-ball, yeah. But it's not very regular. All right, so let's look at this horrendous layout and try and figure something out. You've got 2 balls tied up over there, which, how do you even develop them? If you go reds, what are you going for first? That? No. With yellows, you've got this one first. You could play that one, but no. So say you play that one first. You want to get rid of this one because you don't want to start clearing up those ones and have this one still here because it doesn't go in this corner. You want to get rid of that early in the first 3 shots. So you probably play this one. You see the angle? Yeah, play that one. Come over to there. Play this one. Oh God, that's horrendous actually. I'm actually just going to play this and try and nudge this yellow. If I can, I'll play that one second. No, forget that. I'm going to play this one first. Avoid that yellow, come back over here and play that one second. That leaves me here for this one third, which as long as I can get into a position like this, I've got a chance of playing that yellow and breaking up those 2 yellows. Terrible. It just gets worse and worse and worse. Jesus. You've got to try and go for it now. You've got to try and... There's no value in potting that. What are you leaving yourself? Nothing. You've got to try and break up one of these yellows and come back for that. Anyway, this is like a 1 in 1,000 clearance. Especially when you miss that yellow by about a foot. Anyway. All right, let's do something different. Do something we haven't done for a long time. These are the classic English 8-ball. This is the classic English 8-ball set for anyone who's wondering. If you're ever playing a pub, they'll probably have this set, and it's crap compared to this set. But we'll use it for this because I haven't got 2 sets of the Aramids. So we've got 30 balls here, and I'm going to try and do. What I'm going to try and do that will look good for a video. $30-ball line drill. What do you reckon? Someone write in the chat what you want to see me do with all of the balls that are on the table. $30-ball line drill, something like that. I don't even know if they'll all fit in a line. Try. I don't think they fit. We'll try. God, they might just fit, you know. All of those reds have to go in that middle. All of these yellows have to go in that middle also. No, yeah. God, this is going to be hellish. This is going to be very difficult to do. It can be in any order though, so I'm not going to tie myself. The thing is, these yellows don't all pass each other. Sorry, this is going to take a little bit just to line up, guys. Give me 2 seconds. I've got to make sure that they can all actually go into a pocket, because if they can't, it's absolutely pointless. All right, where's the blacks going to go then? The black balls can go, is that even straight? It's not, is it? That's annoying. The black balls can go there, and I'll play a trick shot with them at the end. All right, hang on. Which way do you do this then? Do it this way. Aesthetically, it's pretty good. But physically, the balls have to be able to go into a pocket. So, just going to do a quick check. These yellows are going to be a pain if I ever get to them. Anyway, let's give it a go. This is going to kill my lower back. I'll probably give this about 20 tries, realistically. Same ball. What's going on? Did not think it would be this difficult this early. You won't get past 5 pots. Okay? Like that at the moment I can't, because it's all new. My brain's calculating. As soon as I get a run, get some form, get some rhythm, I'm coming back to that comment. In my head a little bit now. This is one of those drills where once I get going and I get a, I don't know what it is, it's not focus, it's just like, yeah, it's just rhythm. I've never done it before, so the fact that I've never done it before doesn't help either. God, this is tricky. Those reds are so close together. In fact, I'll do this a different way. I'm trying to come off the cushion at the moment. If I try it like this, might make a difference. Don't love it. Don't love it. It looks easy, and it should be. But where the reds are so close together, I can't play that red because I'm going into that red. If there was a gap, I'd be fine. But there's no point. See, like that. You have to be, basically, I have to be there. In fact, God, it might even be, I don't know if it's even possible to get from that ball to the middle. Because those, basically I want to play these reds to the corner, all of these balls to the middle, those to the corner. I don't know if it's actually possible. I've set this up and I'm like, it might not even be possible. Oh yeah, 6. Still there. I can go home now. Deselling. Deselled. Alright, come on now. Come on now. Yeah, I know I'm home. I don't know why I said that. Standing up on each shot, I should have. I'm thinking this is too easy, and it's really not. I'm not like, I'm taking it for granted, basically. That's my point. That's not good enough. Okay. I'll give myself some leeway though. This is the first time I've ever tried this. So I'll cut myself some slack. So what's that? Oh dear. If I can get to the yellows, I'll be absolutely buzzing. Shit. Tell you what, I'll take that just for not hitting those yellows. How has that not hit one of those yellows? No! Twat! Ah, that's annoying. Let's just cut the video. Here, one sec. Let me just... So it looks authentic for when I repurpose this video. Been the finish. Maybe I should I post that and act like it's one clip? What do you reckon? What other ones? Alright, so the 45 ball drill isn't physically possible on this table. I don't reckon there's any pro in the world who could get it on this table. Just the way the cushions play and the way the rails play, I don't think it's physically possible. So I'll do like less balls. So let's go with, some of you might have seen it, it's cropped back up recently. It was something I was doing about a couple of years ago. But basically you have to pop all of the balls without touching any other balls, basically. So let's try and do it with some, but not all of the balls. For anyone who's confused, I'll explain in a bit. Sorry about the lines not being straight, by the way, it's just more about getting them out there on the table. Oh, there's one odd red, that's annoying. I'll just stick back there. Alright, so it's something like that, right? Obviously the lines aren't straight and it's a bit annoying, but whatever. In fact, let me line these up. Something like that. Stan Moody's done this before. Yeah, he did it, but it was a viral thing a couple of years ago, and I was one of the maybe 4 people doing it then. Right, so the rules. You can put the balls in any order. God, they're way too close together. Put the balls in any order. With this set, I'm saying you can't hit a cushion. You're not allowed to touch any other ball on the table, and you're not allowed to touch a cushion with the cue ball. That's what I'm going to say with these. Thing is, I've put these so close together that none of them actually go into pockets. This is kind of pointless. I don't even know where to start. Like, all right, well, we'll try and figure something out. But anyway, yeah, cue ball's not allowed to touch the rail. So pointless. I can't pot any balls. Touch that yellow? I don't know if it did. Did that touch that yellow? I'm on the wrong side of the table. Did you see that yellow move? Anyone? Just put it moved or it didn't move. I was on the wrong side of the table. It touched. It moved. No. No, nah, yes, didn't, did. I literally was over there and I couldn't sit. Oh, fuck it. Just for the sake. Because if I post this and someone's like, you touched that. No, that's perfect. That makes it go viral. If someone says, you touched this third yellow, then I'll say, yeah, whatever. Tricky. Now it's tricky. Try and land for a non-existent gap on this yellow. This might be it. I don't think I can get it. I have to try and get on a dime spot for this cue ball. I tell you what, it still needs a swerve, but it was about a millimetre away. Still no. Fuck. I had to hit it soft. The problem with this table is it's a naps off and it's slow. I had to hit it soft, otherwise the cue ball's going into that rail. That's irritating. Right, let's make this so it's actually somewhat achievable. Fuck it, just keep doing it. If I do it and it works, great. If it doesn't, whatever. Guys on TikTok with the tunes today. Let's move these a little bit lower. That might help, just give them a bit more space. It's the straight lines, that's the problem. Got to be straight lines. Fuck off. That's so irritating. You should have had that. It's not difficult. No, it was difficult. It just should have been easier than that. Could be here a while, folks, so buckle up. I can't even play backspin on that. I'm not reaching for it. Am I really doing this left-handed? That's why I don't play lefty. Nope. Start again. For anyone who's just joined, I've got to put all of the balls in any order. Ideally yellows, then the black that's with the yellows, then the reds, then the black that's with the reds, without touching a cushion. So the cue ball can't touch a cushion. The thing is, this is the ball I want to get rid of early. Why am I not doing that? It's the difficult one. Nope. I get this one without touching the cushion. Maybe, but it's not leaving me anything. No, I couldn't do anything with that. Horrendous. What's this one first? Maybe it's actually pointless me going for this ball first. Yeah, it's pointless me going for that red. That yellow first is not the one. I've got to figure out another yellow because there's too many balls that are blocked. Kind of got to clear the middle of the table early. What is the best ball to go for first? Nothing goes past anything. I should have really made this easier for myself. Yeah, this is currently just looks really difficult. Alright, hang on. So, what ball is going to open up everything but I can pot it? Basically, what I'm getting at, these 5 balls in the middle block the middle of the table and currently go in no pockets. Apart from that one goes in there and that one goes in the middle. Otherwise, like, how do you pot these without getting rid of these 2 rows first? That's the question. It's tricky is what it is. Head scrambled. Don't actually know what to do. What's that down there? Oh, I'll tell you what. Found the shot. In fact, I'm going to give myself a chance here. Right, I'm helping myself out a little bit here. Just a little bit. How do you get these 2 then? No! Oh, what a dick! After all that. Ugh, that's horrendous. How have you done that? Got to try and find this gap. But then I said I'd play that. I might play that last. I just changed the rules. Got to try and find this gap. Now what? Tell you what, am I on the ball? Am I on it? I am, but I can't pot it and go anywhere with any ball. So I'm just going to have to play reds, then the blacks. Sorry, I've changed the rules again. But it's my game, so whatever. Forced into playing that red. Still not out of the woods. God, when do you play any of these balls? possibly horrendous. What's that? What is that shot? That's awful. I was caught in two minds, that. Should be able to hold for that, hopefully. Now what? Now what? What have we done here? I think I've got to play the red down there. One good shot. Huh. Right, wait for it, because this is shit. How do I clip? How do I pot that ball without it being obvious? How do I pot that ball? If someone was round there, they'd be able to, like, I don't know, how do I edit it? Oh, fuck off. And, oh my God. What would I have done with these two then? Cocktail? No. I'll tell you what I would have done is I would have tried to have played two. I don't know what I would have done. Try and pot 2 in 1. Oh, I'll tell you what, on the fire off. Anyway, that might be me done. That's annoying. That's really annoying. I think I might be done there. My back really hurts after that, so I'm going to call it quits. Anyone have any questions, feel free to ask before I shoot off. Ow. How much did your cue cost? This one with discount. My American pool playing cue, this one, which I use to break in English pool. It's in euros, but I get a 10% discount, where in pounds, I want to say it's about 600, and this one's roughly 700 with my discount, something like that. But it could be 700 or 800. It's between 6 and 800. 6 and 700 for this one, 7 to 800 for this one. I forget with my discount. But it's custom made, so you get it done to what your specifications are that you want. How much was the table? This you can, again, I have a link to it in my link tree, which is in my bio. It depends, random roadie, where you're from, where it is you're playing. If you're in the UK and you're close to Southampton, then message me and it's something I can talk to you about. Or if you wanted to do one online, message me and I'll give you the info. Because I can do virtual coaching to an extent, but it's not ideal. It's not as good as being face to face. Right, what am I missing there? Oh, your cue ball. So it would have to be at top spin. Message me on, if you're on TikTok, message me on there, mate. I'll give you the info. It'd have to be at top spin in Southampton though. That's good, mate. All right. Cool. Guys on YouTube, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to hit that sub button if you haven't already. Trying to get up to 100k. Currently on like 84k, I want to say. Something like that. 86, something like that. Getting there. But yeah, if you could hit that subscriber button, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.